Okay, thank you for joining me today on this brief run-through of the PGBCAdmin tool. This is the web-based administration for your PGBC instance, and it can be found at https://pgbcadmin.pgbc.ai. The tool, as I say, is a very simple, very powerful tool to enable you to administrate to users and data within your system. So in here, if I click on login, it launches our dashboard, and from here I can see how many queries a particular user has run, or all users. I can see what's happening on the database currently, what my user plan is, how many users I have, and how many, if any, are disabled. And down here I can see the last tuples and last vacuum and auto vacuum of the system. If I go down here, we have our users. If I click on here, it gives me all the information, the queries that a particular user has run. If I right-hand mouse click, I can get the last 24 hours, the last 12, the last 20. I can also get the last 20 security warnings for that user. I can disable the user, enable and drop the user from here also. As well as all of that, I can actually add users here. Carry on down into the query tool. We have a query window. So I can run a query from here. Select star. Underscore B, limit 5, and then I can run that here. I click in the run button, it gives me back. These are all encrypted, but because I'm the owner, they decrypt when I see them. I can save the output as CSV. I can analyze this query also. I click on there, it'll analyze it and show me the best way of running it. And I can explain this query. And this is using the PGBCAdmin AI engine. And the query description and explanation will come down here. Also, passing back to you any information about encrypted data, should you be looking for encrypted data within the query. That's all there. As we move on down here, we have data. Data is a very important one. This is where you can create new chains and new schemas. This is a chain here. The chain is a superset of a schema. It has all the AI parts built into it automatically to enable the AI to work on encrypted data. The AI is also able to tune each table, create indexes, remove indexes, make searches faster. And it can do all that automatically using the PGBC engine. I can also, if I right-hand mouse click on here, I can create a new block container. Block container is again a superset of a standard table. It enables you to house encrypted data, as well as all the other standard SQL data types. So click on the structure there, I click on the table there, I get the whole structure. And over here you can see I have a prompt. So what I can do for this prompt is just ask, how do I do things? Explain to me things. So how would I get all of the data entered in the last 24 hours? And that'll go out and it will try to answer your question. If it can, the answer will come back in here. If it can't, it'll explain why it can't. So let that come back. So it comes back showing you a query to run and then an explanation of that query. So clicking back on here, if I right-hand mouse click, as I said, I can get the first 100 records, the last 100 records, I can get the record count, which is 9,999. I can also export to CSV the entire database. The security tab, as we move down here, shows you any breaches that you may have had in the system. They will show here. And then here, very similar to the data, so for this is one, you can't do anything with these tables here except click on them, and that enables you to chat to your data. So, how many records have been added in the last 24 hours? Click on send, it'll try and understand what you said, and then come back with an answer. again, having records with testing words. Words is an encrypted column, so 85. So it understands, it can go through and look through the encrypted column for you because I'm using it as the owner. One last thing in here is we have up here the message center. So the message center enables you to send and receive messages from other administrators on the system. Now it could be, so let's just roll back a bit. Administrators don't have automatic right to see all the data. PGBC is a zero trust database platform. And what that means is by default, nobody apart from the data owner has access to the data. So it could be you have other administrators on the system who need access to a specific part of data and you own it, so it's up to you whether you give them that access. If you give them select access, they can search encrypted data but they can never see it. If you give them insert access, they can insert data but they can't search it. And if you want them to be able to search and insert, you have to give them select, insert and update privileges. So those messages can go backwards and forwards here, keep them inside the system so that when you log on, they're automatically there. So that's it. Thank you very much for your time. A brief overview of PGBCAdmin. I hope it's been of use to you. Please check our Discord channel out or also DM me should you have any specific questions. Thank you.